Ciao Bella, welcome to Bella Uncinetto. I'm Christina and I'm so glad that you're here with me today. If you're new, welcome in. If you're returning, welcome back. No matter how long you've been here, I always appreciate your time. We have a book look today where we are going to look at the Crochet Socks That Rock book. I picked this up because I was influenced by Sam over at Memphis Makes to get this book. I have crocheted a couple of socks, pairs of socks before. I've also crocheted some slippers that I wear regularly, but I thought that instead of doing just a more simple sock, that I would try my hand right at some more intricate designs and see if I can do it. And book look is just that. We look through the book together, and then I will come back in another video and do a label my library where I show you the top 3 patterns that I would be most interested in doing. So this is a David and Charles publication. So David and Charles publications for crochet are in my top 5 of crochet books. Meteor Books is number 1. David and Charles is a close second. And we come across some of the other ones in other videos. I'll share that with you. So in the table of contents, you have basics. So how to do cuffs, toes, heels, how to customize your socks. Looks like there's 4 basic sock patterns, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So there's 15 total sock patterns, it looks like. Okay. And then you have some stitches, techniques, how to care for your socks. So these are just some of the things that are in the book. These socks look really cool. Right here. I like those. Okay. So there are pattern abbreviations for what's been used in the book, which is helpful. Information on reading charts, the differences between US and UK terms, which is an important reminder. Tools and material. So it talks about using cotton, mixed fiber, wool with nylon, and just plain wool, right? So it's nice to have some of this information because the fibers are going to wear differently. So cotton socks versus wool with nylon, they're all going to wear a little bit differently, how they stretch, how they last, how they wash. So this information is very important. And then it talks about colors of yarn, different tools that you need. And then this is talking about the anatomy of a sock. So this is helpful for vocabulary. So you have a regular size sock here, and then what they call a shorty sock here, right? So that's usually more of like an ankle sock. That's kind of what I think of when I think of a shorty sock. But the regular sock here. So this anatomy is important because it tells you what you are essentially looking for. Okay, it talks to you about how to size your sock, talks to you about the different types of cuffs that you can do. It gives you 5 methods for cuffs. So you have ribbing, edging, a rolled cuff, all of that. Excuse me. And I have never tried a rolled cuff, but I saw in knitting, I saw Frogget Yarns has a channel, and she was talking about how, that's not her name, that's the name of her yarn company, but she was talking about how She did a shorty sock and she did a rolled cuff, and I thought about that. I was like, oh, I wonder if you could do that in crochet. And then bam, here it is. So it talks about how to do the toe, so top down toe, or toe up. Options, how to do the heel in various ways. And then you have the 4 basic sock patterns. So cuff down heel flap, cuff down afterthought heel, toe up afterthought heel, and then toe up short row heel. So those are the basic 4 that they give you, and they give you, it looks like it goes, the small is a US 5'6", the medium is a 7'8", and the large is a 9'10". So I would have to make the medium size for my feet. I'm not going to show you the basic socks, but they would be good to try before you went into some of the more intricate patterns, just so you could kind of get an idea of what you wanted to do with the socks. How to customize. All right, and so these are the first not basic socks, I guess. So these are cable socks. It's a really pretty picture. There was a pair of socks I saw Spring, the fiber enthusiast, she showed in a book one time. Oh my god, I fell in love with those socks. I'm still looking for someone to make those socks for me. They're knitted, this beautiful cable running up them. Oh, it was gorgeous. They were this beautiful green color. So this is the spike stitch sock. So pretty. Simple overlay crochet socks. So this is like overlay mosaic. Yep. Yep. All right, those are cute. Overlay socks. One color rib socks. So these were ones that were in the front table of contents. So this was done with like a self-striping yarn, but I think they're really pretty. Okay, crochet Fair Isle pine tree socks. So you have the pine trees towards the toe and towards the ankle. That'd be cool for Christmas time or winter time in general. Lace socks. Okay. Lace socks. Crochet Fair Isle all over socks. Oh, there's a lot of changing colors. I know that's part of Fair Isle, but oh my goodness. There's a whole lot of color switching. Shorty socks. These look a lot like slippers. Although the ones that I crocheted are Moroccan style, so they stop about here. And then this part is open and there's no cuff. It just kind of goes up your ankle, like right about there. And there's no actual like cuff because the front part is open. It's like, they call it a Moroccan style slipper. Moss stitch socks. I don't think I ever want to do these. I don't like the moss stitch. It's a bad word to me. Like if you told me, hey, I have a pattern and it was so beautiful, I'd be like, oh, that's so pretty. What kind of stitch is it? The moss stitch. Never mind. Don't want it. No, thank you. These are stripy socks. It'd be cool to do these in like, I mean, I know it's like 2 different colors, but if you did them in like multiple colors to make different bands of striping, that'd be cool. And then these are the overlay mosaic cube socks. So these are the ones that are on the cover of the book. Just the cover. And then you have the mosaic there. Just one moment. Okay. Sorry. Brief interruption. So those are interesting. I would not, of course, I would not do them in pink. I would do them in a different color. Ooh, that's pretty. I like that rainbow effect. So in the, I can't show it to you because the pattern and the chart is all over this page and I can't hide it well enough. But they have it again in pink, but then they have the multicolored yarn, like a self-striping yarn behind it, and it makes a really pretty layer up of different colors. Okay, so that was the last sock, and then it goes into how to do different stitches, which is helpful if you need it. And then how to do cables, which is nice. Fair Isle crochet, how to carry your yarn. And then there's some aftercare for blocking, caring for your socks, storing them, and all of that. So this is the author here. I am not gonna try to say her name because I will mess it up. But that is the Crochet Socks That Rock. Now, out of the patterns that I showed you, which ones would you be interested in getting as a gift? Would you be interested in making these for yourself or for anyone else? Have you ever crocheted socks before? Would you like to learn if you haven't? If you have, what would be your pick here? Like, what would be your number one pick out of all of them? I think that I would like to start with some of the basic socks before so like once I do the label my library, right? Even before I pick up the book to make the top 3 that I pick, I think I would want to go through how to do just the basic socks and not just dive right in, because I think that would be a little too ambitious for me for the time that I have, because the time that I have to crochet, I want to do things well. And if I practice first and then I dive into a project, that would make me feel better about the project, if that makes sense. Not that I think I'm going to get it perfect, but I think that if I am able to crochet the basic sock and learn how to do some of the things that I did, because with the socks that I've made, I haven't practiced the different toe up, toe down, the different cuffs, the different this, I haven't done that. This is basic sock pattern, right? I crocheted from the toe down until I got to the heel, separated, and went up. And I felt like I didn't do a specific cuff or it. I didn't do any of that. And then I went back in and did the heel. That was all there was to it. There wasn't we're going to do this part where the pattern wasn't that specific. So, I think that would be my goal, is just do each of the 4 basic pairs of socks to make sure that I can get through the different variations and then go from there. But let me know what you think, right? I'd be happy to see your thoughts in the comments below. Do you have this book? Would you like to do some of this together maybe at some point? That might be something in the coming year. I don't know. There are not any definite plans, but if you have the book and you would like to do something like that, let me know. If you would want to get the book and do something like that, Or if you have patterns that are similar, because the book is not an option for you, let me know. Maybe we can come up with something together, right? So with that, I will leave you. And until I see you again, be well, be safe. And be the change you wish to see in the world, everyone. Ciao bella!